This is the AI news flash for June 17th, 6 a.m. UTC. First up, the Bank of Korea has warned that windfall bonuses from the AI chip boom could stoke inflation across the broader economy. The trigger is the massive bonus pools at Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix. Their cashable bonus pool is forecast to grow from 4 trillion won in 2026 to 16 trillion in 2027 and 30 trillion won by 2028, pushing up home prices across Korea's semiconductor belt. The central bank lifted its 2026 growth forecast from 2% to 2.6%, and its inflation forecast from 2.2% to 2.7%. Board members say the debate is now shifting from whether to tighten policy to when. AI's gains are concentrating among a high-paid few and spilling into housing and prices. The K-shaped distortions of the AI boom are now landing squarely on the central bank's monetary policy. Next, OpenAI has unveiled a method called Deployment Simulation that forecasts how a new model will behave before it's actually released. Here's how it works. It takes real past conversations, strips out the original response, regenerates it with the candidate model, and checks for new failure modes. For coding agents, it simulates tool calls instead of running them live, reaching fidelity nearly indistinguishable from real execution. In testing, it analyzed about 1.3 million de-identified conversations from August 2025 to March 2026. The median error was just 1.5 times, and realistic tool simulation lifted the ability to tell real from fake from 11.6% to 49.5%. The goal is to cut down on evaluation awareness, where a model behaves differently because it knows it's being tested. It already caught novel misalignment, like calculator hacking in GPT 5.1, moving AI safety testing from handpicked tests toward deployment realistic checks. Third, Han Hai, better known as Foxconn, has laid out its push into AI factories in Europe at VivaTech in Paris, the continent's largest tech event, marking the company's European debut. At the center is a three-way tie-up with Bull, a leading French computing firm, and NVIDIA. Together, they'll build NVIDIA's next-generation agentic AI platform, the Vera Rubin NVL72 in Europe under the Bull brand. Leaning on high-density AI racks, liquid cooling, and system integration, Foxconn's NVIDIA cloud partner unit, VisionBay.ai, offers end-to-end AI factory solutions. A wheeled humanoid robot for precision assembly was also demonstrated. A Taiwanese manufacturing giant is planting US-led AI infrastructure on European soil. It's Foxconn moving in earnest into Europe's drive for sovereign AI built and run at home. And finally, as the tech world gathers in France for the G7 and VivaTech, Europe is growing more anxious about US dominance in AI, Reuters reports. VivaTech runs June 17th to 20th in Paris, drawing 15,000 startups, 4,000 investors, and over 180,000 attendees from more than 170 countries, with NVIDIA's GTC Paris keynote on the agenda. The contrast is clear. While Silicon Valley races ahead on consumer platforms and foundation models, Europe is countering by applying AI to heavily regulated sectors like manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, cybersecurity, and energy, betting on industrial competitiveness and technological sovereignty. Can Europe push back against America's one-sided AI lead with sovereign AI? On French soil, the geopolitics of who controls AI is now in motion. That's all for this AI news flash.